Yo, this is Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, heavyweight champion of the world, and you're watching Real Fans Real Talk.
Face, what up?
Real Fans, realtalk.com. Where Arthur Diamonds, Trip Young, and intern Tom. For the white and black fans, Asia to Manhattan. I get all my facts from my bro, Mark the Stats Man. If you're not tuned in, I recommend the CAT scan. And if your brain checks out, then you deserve a backhand. Sports, gossip, all the hot topics. Real Fans, realtalk.com got it. They got the hottest bloggers.
Is Jeremy Lin hurt?
Well, log on to the site and you can hear it from them first. I'm talking about the latest. I'm talking about the greatest. Go check out the archives. Even tell a neighbor. Tell them Bobby sent ya. From spring to winter. Tuning in should be the only thing on your agenda. Certified cosign. You know what I'm about, son. Real Fans, realtalk.com. I'm out one. Real Fans, Real Talk. Real Fans, Real Talk. Real Fans, realtalk.com. Real Fans, realtalk.com. Real Fans, Real Talk. Real Fans, Real Talk. Real Fans, realtalk.com. Real Fans, realtalk.com.
What's going on? Welcome to another live episode of Real Fans Real Talk. Feels so good to be back. The Olympics are in full effect. My main man Michael Phelps is still the king of the water. Usain Bolt is still the king of the land with a couple of funny races. But we got a whole lot to get into this week. NFL is back. You see, I got the Ravens hat on this week. But before we get into all of that sports talk, let me introduce my co-host, the one and only Mark the Statman Skevich. What's going on? I see you got your Knicks shirt on today. I'm liking it, man.
Yep, it's got all the players and the big name players in Knicks history. So finally came in the mail. Looking forward to it. 2 weeks took a little while to ship, but it's here.
It happens.
Get to show it off here on Real Fans Real Talk. I'm glad to be back for another live episode, and of course, as you said, the Olympics in full effect. A lot of great stories. Some of them you already mentioned: Michael Phelps, Usain Bolt, and some bad stories now too.
Yeah.
Ryan Lochte, goes and embarrasses the U.S. It's bad enough that he's a little salty about not being able to beat Phelps in the individual matches, and he goes out.
He can't beat Phelps.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of goes without saying, but he goes out and, with three teammates, gets, drunk or whatever the case may be, and then exaggerates this story that he was pulled over by people impersonating to be the police and robbed all of them, and they made an actual police report. And this is where it gets serious, because this isn't something that they tweeted about or something. It's not like, a typical lie that you made to the public. You went out and falsified a police report. Then, you're home and your teammates, your three teammates, are still there being detained now. You kind of sell them out in that sense by them taking the rap for it. Not necessarily taking the rap, but that is a criminal offense to falsify a police report. And the story that they said is just completely inaccurate in so many different ways.
Well, didn't he have him say he had him at gunpoint and a gun to his head at one point?
Gunpoint, gun to the head, fake police officers, pulled them over supposedly, and then the actual story turns out that they broke the door open of a bathroom at a gas station, and the security guard came up to them. The security guard had a gun, but he never pulled it on them, and kind of, they somehow, they just had this imaginary story.
Now, my question is, can they blame it on the goose if it had him feeling loose? Because that's what Jamie Foxx said in the song. I'm just trying to figure this whole thing out.
I'm sure the goose had him feeling loose, but you need something a lot stronger than that to think that a security guard, maybe they had acid or something, because a security guard comes up to you, has a gun, doesn't pull it on you. Now all of a sudden, false police officers pulling you over in a car.
I can't call it, Statman.
They probably tried to use the bathroom at a gas station. People didn't want to let them use the bathroom or whatever. They broke the door open, and then somehow that escalates to false police officers pulling them over. It's a sad story that this is actually something that we talk about when you talk about the USA and the Olympics. It's sad that he represents the USA and embarrasses us, trying to embarrass.
He embarrasses himself thinking he could compete with Michael Phelps first, but then now he's just embarrassing the entire country with this whole shenanigan.
But it's Rio had all the skepticism beforehand with the Zika virus and all that stuff going on, and then you try to shame the country by saying that they did a great job in Brazil of keeping the players safe, and you go out there and make this story to try to embarrass. All he did was embarrass himself and kind of mess up his teammates a little bit because they delay their trip home back to the U.S. So sad that, like I said, that we have to associate that with the U.S. But
everybody seems to be good out there for the most part.
On the good side, the USA is dominating the medal count. I believe it's at 95 right now. No one else is coming close to that. And
they probably got more gold medals than most countries got medals.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
This has been definitely been a great Olympics for the United States. The gymnastics team, oh my goodness, those girls are amazing. Completely dominating Simone Biles and Gabby Douglas and the rest of those girls. They really tore things up, in the gymnastics field. And then of course you got Michael Phelps. Team USA did struggle a little bit, the basketball team, but they have not taken a loss, and they did dominate against Argentina in what will be Manu Ginobili's last Olympics. So they are back on track. Hopefully they can keep that up. Durant played really well this last game to put them 27, 7 and 7, something like that.
Yeah, he was kind of the saving grace for them because they started off slow. I think they were down like 19-9, and then they went on a 20-2 run, which ended up being a 42-8 run or something like that, and then dominated the final score on that one. Durant definitely stepped up and got rolled the tide the other way as the U.S. started to dominate after a slow start. So, which leads to Charles Barkley's statement that we got a fan mail question. It was Peter from Hartford, Connecticut. He wrote in asking, do we agree with Charles Barkley's statements that the Team USA, wasn't picked properly, the players, because there's too many isolation players on the team? Now, I mean,
there are a lot of isolation players on the team.
Yeah, you pick the best of what's available. Steph Curry, he can make a shot, he can pass. Chris Paul, he's a great assist guy. But LeBron James is a good passer, but he didn't want to play. So you pick the best out of what you have. You're not going to go and say, Carmelo Anthony, I know you've been in the Olympics a bunch of times, and you could break Michael Jordan's record and all that for most points, but you're an isolation player, and we already got enough of those. So we can't
maybe next time.
Maybe next time. What are you supposed to do there? They're not losing games, so I think the U.S. Olympic team to have a hell of a streak going back to 2006. Without losing a game. So as long as they're winning, I'm okay with it. Yeah, they had some close calls, but they're getting the job done. So as long as they don't embarrass the country or the dream team by losing, then I'm whatever the isolation, whatever they want to do, I'm okay with it.
There are a lot of isolation players on the team, but like you said, pretty much you have to go. Like if LeBron's not coming, Steph's not going to play, Chris Paul's not going to play. Like, you have to take what you have, what's available to you. And, and everybody's forgetting, because the bar has just been set so high by the Dream Team. And, they were beating teams by 60 points every game. But you also have to take into account there was really nobody in those other countries playing at that time. The biggest name from the rest of the world at that time was probably Tony Kukoc, and he never even played an NBA game yet, and that was only because he was going to be joining up with the Bulls. But other than that, that was it. Now, every Olympics after that, as time goes and basketball becomes a bigger sport globally, more European players, more players from China start to come over, Africa, Canada, all these guys start to come over. Now the competition is getting tougher because you're playing against other NBA players. So I think it was the Spanish team, and there was 8 players on the Spanish team that are either in the NBA now or they were in the NBA at some point. In the rosters with 13, 14 guys. So we talking about a good percentage of the guys that you're playing against are NBA players or have played in the NBA at some point or other. Yeah, it's gonna be tougher. You're not gonna beat these guys like Tony Parker, who has 4 championship rings, that easily. You got Ginobili, same thing, 4 championship rings. Andrew Bogut has championship experience. The Australian team, 3 out of the 5 starters have NBA championship rings. Bogut, Dellavedova just got his ring last year. So you gotta cut Team USA a little bit of slack.
There's a country pride going on with the rest of the countries, and they practice seriously and everything. And you do have egos with the U.S. because they're all the top dog or one of the top dogs on their team, so they're not used to. I think if you took a team like the Golden State Warriors by themselves, minus Bogut, and went out there, this kind of a chemistry that could beat the rest of the world, I think. But
definitely.
This isn't a team that practices. They got a few weeks out of the year, every couple of years, 2 for the international basketball tournament, and 2 for the Olympics. So every few years or so, they get a few weeks to practice together. These are not guys that are usually teammates.
Yeah.
So
these guys play together their careers.
That happened with the original Dream Team, and we touched on this a little bit last week. As far as the difference of competition and everything, that original Dream Team inspired so many people across the world to play basketball. A lot of the players that came from all different countries that play in the NBA, they talk about that Dream Team and when they were young and inspiring them to play. It inspired the international competition to go to another level. Obviously, that team just embarrassed everybody that they played with an average margin of victory.
And that was
of, I think 37,
92.
92. Yeah.
We're talking about 2016 right now, so the competition is going to get better at some point. Especially with all these guys coming over.
I don't think you're ever going to have, and we both said it last week, that you're ever going to have a team as good as that team. Because the only way that team could have been better is if Christian Laettler and Chris Mullin were substituted for Hakeem Olajuwon and Isaiah Thomas. And
did Isaiah have dual citizenship? Because wouldn't he have played for his own home country?
Oh, no, that was a whole thing with Michael Jordan. Isaiah Thomas kind of felt like he got screwed out of the Dream Team.
No, not Isaiah, with Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh.
Did he have dual citizenship?
I don't think he played for his country. But I'm not sure if he had dual citizenship either. But, he played, he probably could have played for the U.S., but regardless.
And that was the thing, too. Pretty much for the most part, the Dream Team was the best players in the NBA from the United States of America, with the exception of Isaiah Thomas. And even if you want to count Christian Laettner, he was the best player in college basketball at that time, and they had the one person from college, and everybody was from the league. Whereas if you look at Team USA right now, maybe if you want to say that DeMarcus Cousins is the best center in basketball right now, if you want to argue that, then that means only one position do you have the best player at that position playing in the Olympics this year.
You don't have Steph Curry, you don't have LeBron James.
Exactly. So if you want to, you know what I mean? Like you have great players, you have Kyrie, you have Kyle Lowry, great point guards, but the number one point guard in basketball is Steph Curry. The number one, small forward in basketball is LeBron James. Draymond Green is great, but honestly, he's not even a natural power forward, really, and he's not the best, power forward in basketball right now. So it's a lot of differences between Team USA now. So yeah, I don't expect them to dominate by 50 points a game. Like that's just not gonna happen. The talent is just that much better, and it's not.
And plus, the best. If they were a team all year round competing for an NBA title or something, that would be the best team we've ever seen in the NBA.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They will wipe the floor literally with everybody because they would have a regular coach, regular practices, get to know each other,
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
This is a matter of not having that much time to practice, and yes, you're going to have a lot of isolation because it's not a team that normally plays together.
You give them a week before the Olympics start to train, they get a couple of games against a bunch of nobodies, and then you jump right into the Olympics when you have these guys who have been playing together all year round in the different tournaments. And I got something, for you, Stat Man, which is actually because I've been watching the other games as well. I seen your boy Hernan Gomez. He looks pretty good out there in the Olympic play, so that might be a good sign for the Knicks. He is really good friends with Porzingis as well. So you got a little gem there in the rough. I'm just letting you know right now.
I mean, that's a lot of potential in Gomez for sure. So looking forward to seeing him in a very different Knicks roster. And this shirt is updated because Joakim Noah and Derrick Rose are on it. So they haven't played a game for the Knicks yet, and hopefully they do because they are injured.
Your shirt didn't jinx him. Rose got some injury issues, so hopefully your shirt didn't jinx him. But nah, Hernan Gomez, he did look really well in the Olympic play. I was actually happy to see Rudy Fernandez. That was one of my favorite players when he was in the league, so I was excited to see him. But there's a lot of guys over there that's coming over, And another thing is too, as we grow, because a lot of the rookies coming in, Andrew Wiggins, Jamal Murray, who's coming in. Andrew Wiggins not a rookie anymore, but a lot of these younger guys that's coming in, like they're going to be on the Canadian national team. So it's guys are coming over earlier and they're going to college here. But when the Olympic time comes, they're going to play for their home countries too. So. And guys, you might think, they're from here, but no, they're not from the United States. They just came for college, and then they'll wind up going into the pros, and they won't play for Team USA. So it'll even get closer. The more Olympics that we have is just going to get closer and closer to the point where it's going to actually be a real competition at some point, because you might have an entire roster from another country filled with NBA players.
Yep. I mean, like you talked about with Spain, which they're playing in the semifinals tomorrow. Spain had the Gasol brothers, and a lot of talent there as well.
You got your boy Calderon too.
He's on the shirt here too. But moving along, though, we do have some interviews from the Ballin' for Peace celebrity flag football game. We have one of the rappers, Jacquet. He has a few hit songs out there. One of them,
his pieces.
My piece is hitting, which is talking about credit card balling and Fugazi Superstar. And I'm not saying he's a Fugazi Superstar, but credit card spending. I don't know if you want to encourage the community to be swiping their credit cards, but it's a very catchy tune for sure.
Well, so, one of the cast members from one of the top web series actually just went down because his pieces was hitting. I ain't gonna shout him out on the show, but don't be out there trying to make your pieces hit, because they gonna be watching y'all. They gonna be coming for y'all. But we're gonna jump into that Jacquet interview. He actually killed it too. He was out there with the kids performing and dancing with the little kids out there. It was just it's a dope experience. But he always tears it down, whenever he performs. So we're gonna jump into that Jacquet interview right now.
Weatherspoon, better known as Teaspoon, and you're watching Real Fans, Real Talk.
RealTalk.com. Where Arthur Diamonds, Trip Young, and Intern Tom. For the white and black fans, Asia to Manhattan. I get all my facts from my bro, Mark the Stats Man. If you're not tuned in, I recommend the CAT scan.
What's going on, guys? It's your favorite Ladybug here live at Ballin' for Peace with Jacquet. How you doing?
I'm feeling so good right now. What's up, baby? As you can see, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. God damn it.
Yeah.
Excuse my French.
Nah, we having a lot of fun. Are you playing? No, you're not playing.
Oh, no, I just came out here to support everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. Well, what everybody's doing, everybody coming together, you know what I'm saying? It's, we got to keep the peace in the streets, so it's a beautiful thing. I'm happy to be here.
Definitely. I know you was performing that new single.
Woo! I bought every dollar.
That's what's up. So definitely let people know, if they don't already know, how to reach you and how to, network and build.
Oh, of course, man. You know what I'm saying? You can follow me on that good old Twitter and Instagram. That's JAQUAE. I write back, you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid, you know what I'm saying? We rocking out here, you know what I'm saying? I feel good. And I'm happy to be here right now. You already know, man. Guns down.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Much success. And we're going to have you in the future. Definitely. You got to play one of these soon.
No, of
you
course. I'm going to hit the Sonic on it when I play. It's going to be game over. Word. I can't wait.
Definitely. Thank you so much for your time. Make sure Real Fans, Real Talk. You guys tune in every Thursday night, 8 o'clock, Verizon 44, BPN 2. Going to see him on there soon. Make sure you guys check us out. Be right back.
I'm about that money. I'm about that dollar. You know we get it. I'm Let me explain something. You wasn't there in the trap with me all day. Niggas like swore hand down, but never gave a hand to man. Never about to hand to feed you. Don't believe you, need more people. Take it, put her in a ring, no tents on the wheel. She working, she got the twerking. For that burger, she has to throw it back. Like you've been heard and deserve it. Every single dollar. She says she's in this whole lot every time she ever done it. I'm about it, dollar. I'm about it, dollar. I'm about it, dollar. I'm about it, dollar. I live it. I'm about it, dollar. I get it.
When I talk about money, she gets happy. Take her to the mama, what she want. Hit her with that swag, bro. Oh shoot, my piece is hitting. Hey, my piece is hitting. My wrist is flicking. My piece is hitting. My piece is hitting. Bartender knows some. Here comes the bottles. No need to here come hang with us. We got futures. We take trips. We throw money. We in this business. Last year I didn't have it. Drug tears on that shit. So glad that it happened. These pieces. I swab. Don't need to ask. No, my business is realtalk.com. Where Arthur Diamonds trip young and intern time. For the white and black fans, Asia to Manhattan. I get all my facts from my bro.
Right, welcome back, Real Fans, Real Talk. Y'all saw what it said on the screen too. Make sure y'all following us on Twitter and on Instagram at Real Fan Talk. On Facebook, facebook.com/Real Fans Real Talk, and subscribe to that YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/For the Fans Productions. Hit us up, man, on fan mail questions too. Send those in. Fan mail at realfansrealtalk.com. You see, we already got to, one fan mail question today. We got another one coming for you, a little bit later for you guys as well. But that was Jacquay, and that was Ladybug. She's been out, but she is back. But even during the time she was out, we had Ladybug working. She was out there getting it in, getting them interviews in. So, and she got another one coming up too that y'all gonna really like with Do Dollars, aka Shooter Shane from Money and Violence, and she will be here with us because I know y'all been tweeting at myself and the stat man asking about Ladybug. What did we do to her? Like we did something to her? Yeah. No, we didn't do anything. She's here. And she will be joining us.
We got to go by the rules here, and I know
exactly.
As soon as we said
we called Goodell, but he wasn't trying to come to the station to talk about it.
As soon as we said that she wasn't going to be on the program, the ratings just dropped. So we just got to make sure.
Had to bite the bullet and but let her come back early.
Since we are on the PED scandal, might as well jump into the other fan mail question. We had Brad from Pittsburgh write in, are you on James Harrison and the league side or and the Players Association side or the league side with Roger Goodell? Now, this is a little bit tricky of a situation because they're being, him, Clay Matthews, Julius Peppers, and former Packer Mike Neal, all were asked to come in for interviews because of the Al Jazeera report with PEDs. And now they haven't tested positive for anything, so they're like, why am I going to have to go in and talk to them? And the Players Association was saying, hey, don't agree to these interviews. And the reason why the Players Association is doing that is because they're in the collective bargaining agreement where the Players Association got screwed for this long-term 10-year deal. That was one of the few things that they got out of it, that the league can't bother them or interview them unless they have some type of evidence, so they don't have to answer questions unless there's evidence against them. So it's kind of like, if you want to use the analogy, if a police officer, tells you to come down and you're not being arrested, why should you go down there? But, at the same time, if you want to go with that analogy, then do you want to go and clear your name, or do you want to seem more guilty by not coming through? With the police analogy, like if the police ask me to come down to the station and I'm not guilty of anything, I could say, well, are you arresting me because I don't want to be bothered? Or I could go down there and say, clear my name or whatever the case may be, so they're not even looking my way anymore. So I see both sides of the coin here, but I don't know if I could really pick a side. I think I would side with the players, because the league shouldn't really be bothering them because they didn't test positive for anything. But I do see both sides of it. So
now, me personally, I was a little bit torn because normally I would just automatically just side with the players, but James Harrison does play for the Steelers, so naturally, my Baltimore, the Baltimore in me, would just not allow me to support anything Pittsburgh. But listen, I guess
more Packers than Steelers on there. But.
Well, yeah, I know, but James Harrison is just so outspoken.
Yeah,
that's really what it is. But nah, if it sucks, because it's like, if you didn't do anything, just go in. But you know what? I'm with James Harrison on this one. You want to talk to me? Come to my house. I ain't saying I'm not going to talk to you, but you come here. Like, just. It's like Roger Goodell.
Why can't we do this over the phone?
Exactly.
But I think the interview, I don't think it's really a matter of the location, but still just being interviewed, being on record for questions, because they could question you, with they could ask you a bunch of things, and like we're using the police analogy. Yeah. You could be innocent, and then they could ask you 20 questions, and then they'll be, they could twist your words around, and they could take some things, not literally, that weren't meant to be taken literally, and all different types of things with you going on record in a statement.
Like so the first 48, they give you the McDonald's, and then you wind up giving up everybody?
Pretty much. But
it's real out there.
Sometimes it's Burger King, but
it's definitely real out there, man.
Definitely is, but at the same time, they did give in as of about an hour ago. We got the fan mail question a little earlier, but as of an hour and a half ago, the latest news, since this is live here on Real Fans Real Talk, all the players did agree to do the interviews and not fight with the NFL, because they threatened suspension. That's the big part. They threatened suspension here. So that's where I side with the players more. The Players Association was trying to put their foot down and say, hey, listen, they can't do this, and you don't let them bully you around, because this is something that we got in the CBA, that they can't do this. So that's really where I side with the players. But they decided to not cause a problem. They don't want to risk missing 4 games or whatever. I believe it was 4 games. Yeah. So that's where the big issue is, that they just. I mean, it sucks. They went. Aaron Rodgers said it's the players' fault that we're in this situation, and your boy T Sizzle kind of made a statement as well, which kind of implied certain things about Roger Goodell, but.
I mean, if the players don't like Roger Goodell, there's one player that he said he would want to punch him in the face or something like that. Like, the players been talking crazy about Roger Goodell for a long time. Yeah, so
he's saying he's not really doesn't really know the players that well, and doesn't make it an effort to really get to know the players. There's so many players in the league, you can't really know everybody. But it also Stephen A. Smith took T Sizzle's statements as he doesn't really like the brothers, Stephen A. doesn't, necessarily agree with that statement, but that's how he took T-Sizzle's, interpreted T-Sizzle's, statement. So take it how you want it. I think they probably should have stood up for what was right here, as opposed to letting the league bully them around and do something that they're not supposed to do according to the agreement that they have with the Players Association.
Well, now my question is, then when does the team itself get involved? Because if you say, well, we're just okay, you want the suspension, okay, fine, put up or shut up. Then are the teams going to then fight for the players' behalf? Because you could be talking about losing some of your best players to a potential suspension if they don't go in.
Clay Matthews, huge part of the Packers organization. I mean, the other former Packer, Mike Neal, he's a free agent now, but I mean, it's definitely it seems like they're going to do the interviews, and then that's the end result of the situation. But getting back to the Olympics, you mentioned Usain Bolt on the top of the program. I was kind of torn a little bit here. I'm a fan of Usain Bolt, but I wanted the American to win, Justin Gatlin. I knew it wasn't going to happen, but he did come in a close second place. Not that close when you're talking about the 100-meter, but he joins Usain Bolt as the only two players to medal 3 Olympics in a row at the 100-meter dash.
Just his was at silver.
Usain
Bolt's
all 3 were gold.
No, but did he really? Was he really trying? Like, did you see the race that he just?
He was the only one that really had a chance because, Usain Bolt doesn't start out as fast, so. But he accelerates more than anybody else, and his top speed is better than anybody else. But the initial start, some other players, got him on that. So
then he's just smiling, taking pictures. He stopped to sign an autograph and got back into the race. He does it all.
One good thing about Usain Bolt, he had one of the Hispanic channels. It was I don't know if it was local in Brazil or another country. That they went to interview him after his performance, and she was asking him questions. And the USA national anthem started playing for another competitor winning, and he said, "Is this a live interview? National anthem's playing. Sorry." And they cut the interview.
Yeah.
The interview still kept playing live, and he paid respect to the national anthem, even though he's Jamaican. He represents Jamaica.
Yeah.
He still had respect for another country's national anthem. So big props to that. I mean,
class act.
Class act. You gotta love Usain Bolt, and it's hard to hate him. I mean, I only wanted him to lose because I wanted America to win.
Yeah.
But
he's the one guy in the Olympics where I'm okay if Americans don't win that particular sport. That's it. Other than that, I want the U.S. to win. But Usain Bolt, he's cool. So, and I mean, you got to respect the dominance.
With a name like Bolt, you got to kind of figure.
Yeah, you should have known he was going to be an Olympic gold medalist in track.
There you go. But
it was definitely a good thing. We're gonna jump into to this second Ballin' for Peace interview and a little bit of performance from Lady Lee. She's from Atlanta by way of Queens, New York, but she came up for Ballin' for Peace to perform at the half, and she really did an amazing job performing. So we're going to get into that one next, and we got a whole lot more sports to get into, though, so y'all better not go nowhere. Keep it locked right here, Real Fans, Real Talk.
Just like Deontay won. Not Deontay.
Weatherspoon, better known as Teaspoon, and you're watching Real Fans, Real Talk.
RealTalk.com. For Arthur Diamonds, Trip Young, and intern Tom. For the white and black fans, Asia to Manhattan. I get all my facts from my bro, Mark the Stats, man. If you're not tuned in, I recommend the CAT scan.
What's going on? It's Trip Young, Real Fans, Real Talk. We out here balling for peace at Verizon Field, and I am with Lady Lee, who is going to be blessing us with some lyrics during the halftime show at the second game for Ballin' for Peace Celebrity Flag Football. What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm just here chilling. Came out to support, show love, and just turn up with everybody. Let's get it.
Now, you are from Atlanta. All right, so in Atlanta, who's the artist that you aspire to be like the most?
Well, I'm from New York. I live in Atlanta, but the artist that I like that is in Atlanta right now, I would have to say T.I., Tip. Like, He's such a businessman. He influenced me a lot.
Now, are you going to actually get in the game too, or are you just going to be performing at halftime?
I'm just performing at halftime.
Yeah, she too fly away to be getting on the game and getting all sweated up. But we definitely appreciate you coming onto the program, and we look forward to hearing those songs that you got at the halftime. Just tell the people where they can get you at.
You can follow me on Instagram at IamLady.Lee and on SoundCloud at Real Lady Lee, on YouTube at The Real Lady Lee, and it's a SoundCloud. So yeah, that's where you can find me at.
That's right, all that. So y'all better tune in because she got a lot of heat coming out, and we're gonna get that halftime show. We're gonna bring that back to y'all next week when we get into the station. Trip Young, Real Fans, Real Talk, Baller for Peace. We out of here.
Ladies are freaking the fellas on the sky. Everyone saying, oh yeah, we ain't wasting no time. Got some standing in line waiting to say, oh yeah. Got a free mind and I'm chilling with doms and we all chilling like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And we got them like, oh yeah, and we got them like, oh yeah. Party with the shotty, pull up in an Audi. No, I ain't a Bobby, but you know I got my can and he rockin' with a 10. Only shooting for more, only working with the best. Get yourself best friends like mine. We work it, we slay it, we worked it. All that we earn it, this beat I done burned it. This beat I done burned it. Hey, all I know is that we got them talking, we got them stalking. Oh yeah, I know, oh yeah. You know that all of us are savage, nothing over here is average. But she make it cause I got the package, she the best. Hey, ladies on weekend, the fellas on the sky. Everyone saying, oh yeah. We ain't wasting no time, got them standing in line waiting to say, oh yeah. Got a free mind and I'm chilling with doms and we all chilling like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And we got them like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's exactly how we got them. That's exactly how we got them. Hey, that's exactly how we want it. That's exactly how we want it. You know that we own it. No snitches, we own this. Haters top on my hit list if they get this. If they say that you me, tell them to kiss your green. They mad, they ain't got it. They mad, they tried it. They be hating on a chick, man, please why? They be worried about the next, they be worried about the best. But they could be my guest and be a fan of my quest. Always destined for this, here's a lesson for the kid. Hat back to snap back, phones up on Snapchat. Excuse me, and they like that. That play button, tap tap, my money, I stack that. You wait, I'll get right back. And with a bang, I don't need your tip, no thanks. Ladies on and the fellas on the sky, everyone saying, oh yeah. We ain't wasting no time, guys, I'm standing in line waiting to say, oh yeah. Got a free mind and I'm chilling with doms and we all chilling like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And we got them like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Can you make some noise? Yeah, we got it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, hey. Oh yeah, and we got them like, hey. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And we got them like, oh yeah, oh yeah, ooh, hit it, and we got them like, ladies on freaking the fellas on the sky, everyone saying, oh yeah. We ain't wasting no time, got some standing in line waiting to say, oh yeah. Got a free mind and I'm chilling with doms and we all chilling like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And we got them like, oh yeah, hey. DJ, you can cut that, you can go ahead and stop that. You guys want to hear an acapella? That's right. All right, let's do that. It's your girl Leah from the top of the charts.
Welcome
I dominate the game because I spit from the heart. These girls sound lame, they're just playing the part.
Did a thing at Bowling for Peace. Now, I just went back. I went to the booth, but behind the scenes really quick. I had a conversation with Cliff, our technical director. He did inform me that the Eagles was up 10-0 in their preseason game. So I did tell him I was going to talk about the Eagles. So there you go, Cliff. They are up 10-0. Now, the number 0, though, it sticks out to me because that's the same amount of Super Bowl wins that the Eagles have.
You know what I was thinking about? How funny it is that the Eagles fans want to brag about how they're up 10-0 in a preseason game because I guess that's the victories that they worry about. They got no Super Bowl ring, so I guess they got to be proud of preseason. Not even winning the game, too. Just being up 10-0 at halftime. That's a huge accomplishment for Eagles and their fans.
When you have the foolishness that was Chip Kelly and just got rid of all the really good players that the Eagles had, to the point where they completely suck right now. They haven't won any Super Bowl
and getting rid of
championships.
Andy Reid just because he didn't win a Super Bowl, not like it was his fault, and he goes to Kansas City, does a pretty good job there. No Super Bowl there, but
they're historically bad.
yeah, and historically making bad mistakes as well, in their personnel.
You still win MVP, but I did tell you I was going to speak about the Eagles. I even got Statman to say a few words for you just about the Eagles.
McNabb does have the Campbell soup.
He does have the Campbell soup commercials, his mom and everything. So that's
and the Campbell soup in the trophy case too.
So
that's,
there you go, Cliff. That was for you. But we got to get into some real drama, some real action that went down at the UFC with 202 press conference with Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz. It got turned all the way up when first of all, Conor McGregor got there with a half an hour late.
Yeah.
It had some words, and then it just all hell broke loose.
That's why Nate Diaz felt kind of disrespected. He, got there on time.
Yeah.
It's a press conference. Be professional. There's no reason for you to show up a half hour late like you're Kanye West or something. And
especially when you lost badly.
Yeah.
The last fight, like you should humble yourself a lot. Like you got your butt kicked.
You don't really know what the situation happened with traffic, whatever the case may be. But you're professional athlete. You get there an hour early.
Yeah, come on.
And
I'm not giving him no excuses on this one. No passing.
I'm not giving him an excuse either. I can't even when you introduce this real action and stuff. I mean, throwing water bottles is not. It's not. I mean, it's something that's not done very often.
Yeah.
But really, that's you being tough. You're gonna throw water bottles at him. And Dana White just not even being respected. He's Conor, don't do that.
Yeah.
He does it anyway. I mean, he wasn't the first one to throw, but that's not. Nate Diaz was the first one to throw the water bottles, and then Conor McGregor just started grabbing every water bottle in sight to start wailing at. And Dana White probably worried that, hey, let's say this water bottle goes and hits one of the reporters in the head or something like that. I mean,
I'm pretty much.
The next thing they walk out in an ambulance with a neck brace, because that's what I would do.
Exactly.
If I got hit with one of those water bottles, the neck brace is coming on, being rolled out in the ambulance.
I'm
not really. I mean, that would
yeah.
say something for my toughness there if I got hit with a water bottle and did all that. But
listen, man, I'm just tired of McGregor. Like, just shut up, get in the ring. He's still talking about Mayweather. Now he's talking about the WWE. It's like every week we got to change this from Mayweather versus the world to McGregor versus the world. At this point, he's still just running his mouth.
Mayweather is retired, so
he is retired, but he's still going at Mayweather. Like, listen, bro, you're not gonna beat Mayweather in a boxing match. Just give it up.
You're not gonna get that paycheck because Mayweather
exactly. And he's gonna get $100 million, and you're gonna get $5 million. Yeah. And that's gonna be your highest payday.
$5 million is still a big.
It's still a big payday, but you're not gonna get anything more than that. It just is what it is, and we're not even gonna continue to go further on Conor McGregor because we got one more interview to get to, and then we're gonna bring Ladybug out because we know you guys are calling. So finally, we still got some more stuff coming from Ballin' for Peace still, so don't even sweat it. But Shooter Shane, $2 for Money and Violence. Ladybug got the chance to chop it up with him at Ballin' for Peace. And he definitely balls out at all of the Ballin' for Peace of his, so he's not just a shooter. Well, he is a shooter on the basketball court, but in the football game, he had an interception, he had a couple of touchdowns, so he definitely does his thing. But we're going to jump into that interview with $2, a.k.a. Shooter Shane from Money and Violence.
Yo, this is Teresa Witherspoon, better known as Teaspoon, and you're watching Real Fans, Real Talk.
RealTalk.com, where Arthur Diamonds, Trick Young, and Intern Tom for the white and black fans, Asia to Manhattan. I get all my facts from my bro, Mark the Stats Man. If you're not tuned in, I recommend it.
What's going on, guys? It's your favorite Ladybug here, halftime, Ballin' for Peace. Got Shooter Shane on the field, halftime.
What's good? What's good? We losing right now. I don't like this.
I know. Last year you was doing it. I remember last year.
I ain't even started this year. I still scored. I got an intro. We came back. We're going to do good. Don't worry about it.
You do your thing. You do your thing. That's what's up. How's your summer looking? How's everything with the summer for you?
Summer was good so far. Like, if it ended today, I'd be satisfied with everything I did already. And I still got another month left.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Anything you got coming up, though, for you? What you pushing? What's coming up? What you doing?
Nah, right now, we're trying to close out that deal with Lionsgate, season 3.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, definitely let people know how to reach you. They want to network, they want to build, they want to show love.
I'm on all social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and it's DuDollaz. That's DuDollaz. Or you can just type in Shooter Shane and I'll pop right up.
Definitely. So thank you so much for your time. You know, you got to go back to the game.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. You got to go back into the game. You know, we watching, we at the stands, we cheering y'all on. We got Mark the Statman on your team, so, you know, we rooting for that blue team.
So this is going to happen. After we win, I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you how we won.
All right, we're going to talk about this post game, all right?
All right, there we go.
See you later. Thank you.
Realtalk.com. Where Arthur Diamonds, Trip Young, and intern Tom.
All right, welcome back once again. Real Fans, Real Talk. If you guys are just joining, I know y'all not even, what am I talking about? Y'all ain't just joining us. Y'all been with us since 8 o'clock. But who is just joining us right now is the lovely Ladybug. We missed you so much, Ladybug.
I know. Oh
we really
my gosh,
did.
I don't understand, you guys. I have been through it. I've been going through it, but the show must go on. I'm here. I hurt myself. I injured my shoulder. I'm going through the kids' cold when you have, when you have a child and then they give it to you and it's just like the worst thing ever. So I'm getting through it, but I missed you guys. How you guys been? Like, I was stalking them on social media, making sure they didn't get anybody else while I was gone.
There's no
like
one that can fill Ladybug's shoes, just so y'all know.
You guys heard it. You guys heard it here. But,
I told you to stop doing those 360 dunks on the park.
Exactly.
You gotta go and show off and stuff. Now you hurt your shoulder.
Because I'm trying,
I'm trying
to be
the
the
street
next balling
cred
for
and
peace. Like,
everything.
it's not that many females doing the balling for peace. So, I was trying to get the training in, but I haven't been practicing for years. So, it's rusty.
I do actually have to say this about Balling for Peace, about this flag football game. It actually made the 1-year anniversary of Ladybug being on Real Fans, Real Talk with us.
Yes.
So that was huge, in itself. So
it was awesome, and it's funny because people they remember and they came up to me like, "Oh my gosh, you were here last year. It was your first time." And I just want to say thank you to you guys for having me on. It's been an amazing year. You guys taught me so much. It was just fun. I love these guys. Like, you don't understand. Like, these are family, and hope to make more years. I guess that's just how
that's
I'm really
the goal.
at. But I've been gone, and it's just time for me to get into. I have 2 pages. I don't know if I'm gonna get through it all, but it's a lot going on. Between the Olympics and everything that's happening. First and foremost, I have to go into this Sunday because it's SummerSlam. Trip is happy, he tells me about it all the time.
I'm just a kid at heart.
He was telling me, he was like, "Oh, Sunday, we're in Brooklyn's gonna be crazy. They're doing it in the Barclay. It's gonna be amazing." But going into some of the wrestlers, there has been talks about WrestleMania. Now, WrestleMania is not until October. It's going to be in Orlando, Florida, and they have confirmed a fight between Shaquille O'Neal and The Big Show.
That's the 2 biggest athletes in the world right now.
Yeah,
Shaquille O'Neal, The Big
Shaq
Show.
put on some pounds since he retired.
He definitely did.
So it's definitely something that, even though Sunday is going to be awesome, people are really talking about it. They're like, okay, Shaq is going to, and Shaquille O'Neal has been known to just dabble in everything. Yeah. He's been acting, music.
He looked like he could be a wrestler. Everything. He looked like he'd be good in the WWE, though.
I think so.
Because he's a clown.
He's going to do that.
Yeah.
In the ring. I just hope he does that. That's all I want to see him do in the ring one time.
He has his acting background. He's got a boxing background.
So I feel like it's going to work out. I feel like
definitely.
So that's something I'm really excited for. On the flip side, I've grown up on The Rock. I love The Rock. My mom, shout out to my mom. She told me when I was younger The Rock was my father. And I really believed it. I believed it. My mom really told me. She's like, mind you, I love my dad. My dad is right next to her. She's like, The Rock is your dad. And I'm like, don't, Mom. You confusing me, right? Don't do that. But, I've grown up on him. And, he's been recently added to the Fast and Furious movies. And it has been said that for a few months now, there's been tension between him and Vin Diesel. Now, Vin Diesel has been, if you guys are under a rock and you guys don't know, he's been in it since the beginning. But during the films, by, I believe, the 5th one, he was actually promoted, as they say, to to one of the producers, and he had more creative control. And basically, the beef, as they say, started because Vin Diesel made a claim that The Rock was very unprofessional. He wasn't making the shoots on time. You know, he was holding up production, and he wasn't, you know, he was just very unprofessional. So the fact that it's been so many months, it escalated to where the crews are now taking sides. Like, some actors are for Vin Diesel, some actors for The Rock. Now, if you've seen these movies, their fight sequences are, like, amazing. So I believe it's something that was just personal because it's so natural. Like, that animosity between them is just
We might
crazy.
have another match for WrestleMania.
Yeah, well,
And that's what I'm thinking.
The Rock versus Vin
They
Diesel.
need to plug that into the Fast 8 because they need, you know,
Yeah,
Ladybug said it first. That's all I'm
they
saying.
should do it at WrestleMania because I don't
Statman
know.
said it first.
No,
to be honest with you,
no.
but
If Vin Diesel could really keep up with The Rock, and if they had like an actual fight, so I think if they do fight, they might want to just keep it that WWE thing, where it's, you know, stay.
But, you know, it's something that, you know, people, you know, you have to, I feel like I give Vin Diesel the credit because he really takes pride, you know, in these movies and these films, especially after Paul Walker passed, you know, that was somebody very close to him. So for him to try and continue these films and just show him that respect, I guess he feels like The Rock wasn't taking it as seriously. And, you know, it is what it is, and I'm going to keep up on that.
Myself and Trip Young mentioned it last week, and I pointed out that on the Bowlers, The Rock's TV show, last week's episode, he goes to a hotel or something, and he's like, "Are you Vin Diesel?" And he's like, "No, I'm bigger and better looking."
You see, like, it's real. And it went to Instagram and social media, and everybody said their comments. So I'm definitely going to keep up on that because with production still happening, the promo, you know, it's going to be some type of scandal on social media. So I'm going to keep up on that. On another note, you know, a few months ago, we were talking about Adrian Broner. He, you know, had to do some time, and, you know, he did a long, hard 30 days, guys. Long, hard 30 days. After the second week, he was like, "Come on, y'all need to write me. Y'all my fans. Y'all love me. Hold me down." He asked to get released early so he could start training. The judge was like, "No." And basically, if you guys don't know about it, overall, he was late for a court appearance, and he appeared to be under the influence of alcohol or some other substance. So he got sentenced to the 30 days. He was crying after the first week, like, "Come on, y'all, you know, hold me down, y'all friends, y'all got me."
Cry baby doing a little baby bit.
Yeah.
And you know, now he, you know, he's released. He's going to be having his next court date in September. So hopefully he stays on his P's and Q's before that next court date so he can continue his career. Because with all these things happening, you know, the court system, it holds you back. So hopefully, you know, he learns his lesson after the 30 days.
I hope
30
so
days,
too.
guys. Hard.
I hope so
Still
too.
train in the yard, so.
Well, yeah, he could have been training in the yards. I don't know if he
Maybe.
wanted to train with those dudes in the yard, though. That could have got a little crazy, but you know, welcome home and stay out. That's the best advice I can give you. Stay out.
Yeah, just stay out and stay on the right track. You know, you're definitely keeping it up. On a more serious note, though, Darren Sharper has been sentenced to 18 years for drugging and sexually assaulting. They counted 16 women between 4 states. And basically, at first, he was going to be given a 9-year term. And the judge said, "Nope, that's too lenient. We're going to give him the 18 years. And, you know, like I say over and over again, sexual assault is not funny. It's not a joke. No matter who you are, celebrity or not, you know, it's no justification for doing that. And, you know, he has to do his time because this is just something that can't be tolerated no matter your social status, no matter how much money you make, no matter who you are in this industry or wherever. That's just something that can't be tolerated. So, you know, that is just a wake-up call. Like, this stuff still happens every day. And, you know, certain people feel privileged, and it's just not cool. Like, you know.
He wilded all the way out on this one. This is nothing like.
Yeah, this is nothing.
You can even say in this, like, this is like, you gotta do that bid, bruh. Like,
it's gonna be a hard 18 years.
Oh yeah,
There's a special place for people like that in there. So.
Yep.
And you got to realize it's between 4 different states. So it's like, you know, it was just, you know, one on top of the other, on top of the other. And then 9 years, like, no. You know, people, you know, these women are traumatized. And when you hear women all over, and then it's just, you know, really? Like, why? Like, my only question is why, because that's just something that can't be tolerated. And, that's just something I just wanted to put out there. Like, it's still happening. It's still real. And, he was in the NFL. Like, he was making things.
I mean, it sucks to say this, but it's just like, I don't even understand in these kind of situations, because there are women that are lining up to sleep with athletes and entertainers and celebrities. So I don't even understand how it could even get to that point.
Some people are sick and have that ego that, they're being rejected. Who are you to reject me? I'm so-and-so. And
it's just crazy.
That escalates to something that it shouldn't.
So that's just something where I just, like I said, it's real. It's still happening. Just, please be careful no matter where you are. One state is not better than the other. One area is not better than it happens everywhere. From the most secluded to the most populated, it happens. So this is something that me personally as a female, I definitely like to stress, because it still happens every single day. Before I wrap it up, I just want to end on a positive note. Shout out to LeBron James. He's still keeping up with his I Promise initiative, which is allowing kids to get free, allowing kids to go to school for free. And what he does is, recently he sent 5,000 kids and their families to an amusement park just to promote, hey, get your education, do what you got to do and keep it up before they apply to this I Promise initiative, because they want people to take this seriously. It's not just because LeBron James is doing it and he's going to help everybody. He wants people to really strive for themselves, and he's giving that platform. So I want to give a big shout out to LeBron James.
Now, am I too old to be a part of the program? Because I like the perks.
We promise that you are going to be with Real Fans Real Talk. That's what we promising right now. That's
all right, fine.
But
shout out to
my
LeBron.
rumor mill, you guys. Make sure you keep up with me on social media and catch me next week. I am back, so definitely catch me.
Well, we definitely missed you, and we're glad that you're back, Ladybug. And we're just going really quick, jump into the final thought segment. So you want to just start us off?
Once again, like I said, I always wish for the best. Make sure you guys keep up with me on all social media, www.realfansrealtalk.com, and catch my new vlogs coming up soon.
Stat man.
All right, the Giants lost their first preseason game last week, but unlike Eagles fans, we don't really care about preseason halftime scores. We're going for it all this year, so I'm very confident about my Giants. They'll be playing Saturday at 4 against the Bills, but it's preseason, so it don't even matter.
All right, I'm gonna just use my final thoughts. I told y'all last week, there's a lot of Leos out there, so I'm gonna just say happy birthday to my brothers James, Jonathan. Happy birthday to both of y'all, and shout out to LeBron on keeping our kids and pushing them in the right direction. With that being said, for myself, Trip Young, my co-host Mark the Statman Scavenge, and the lovely Ladybug, we will see you guys next week, same time, same place, right here, Real Fans Real Talk. Follow us at Real Fan Talk. We up out of here. Shout out to the crew, man. We appreciate y'all. Can't do it without y'all.
Face facts, what up, what up? RealFansRealTalk.com, where Arthur Diamonds, Trip Young, and intern Tom. For the white and black fans, Asia to Manhattan. I get all my facts from my bro Mark the Stats Man. If you're not tuned in, I recommend the CAT scan. And if your brain checks out, then you deserve a backhand. Sports, gossip, all the hot topics. RealFansRealTalk.com got it. They got the hottest bloggers.
Is Jeremy Lin hurt?
Well, log onto the site and you can hear it from them first. I'm talking about the latest. I'm talking about the greatest. Go check out the archives. Even tell a neighbor. Tell them Bobby sent ya. From spring to winter, tuning in should be the